welcome to another great episode of Snack and Flick. It's your boy Trey Proper. We got snacks. We're gonna talk about some flicks. We're gonna get right into it. Gentlemen, if you will, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Hopefully you remember the order we're supposed to go in.
No, but
you
you know,
have no idea.
Nope, but I'm gonna go.
Go
So
ahead,
it's your
Darren.
boy Dragon Chills here. We here to give you some knowledge about the late great Robin Williams. His birthday just passed, so we want to pay some respect to him.
That's not introducing yourself.
Hey, I did, but I just added a little extra to it.
Go ahead.
Boy Gadoni, here to talk everything Robin Williams today, and a few movie reviews to go in there.
All right.
It's me, Aro Nemesis, the talking dead man at this point in time. And how is it that I'm half asleep and I can still remember the order? How is it that you guys can't? I'm confused.
It's all good. It's a new day. It's every day. Don't worry about
Snacks
it.
and naps times. Snacks and naps times.
Well, thank you. Snacks and naps. That would be awesome. That's not. Nope. No, on my weight loss journey.
No, it won't.
Not gonna do it.
Work.
Not doing it.
Strictly enough,
Why?
I have pajama pants with Baby Yoda that say snacks and naps. It's my new life motto.
Okay.
All right. Nope. Not gonna spend any more money. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us here once again. We're grateful that you guys have come back to watch us run our mouths about some of our favorite topics. This week, and this is how you do it, we are going to go into some reviews. We usually do our hated and our most liked, but we're not going to do that in honor of the incomparable, the amazing, the entertaining man that has brought so much joy to a lot of your hearts, Robin Williams. So we're only going to focus on the good stuff this week. But before we do so,
All of it is good stuff.
we're only going to focus on the good stuff. There's definitely some
but
bad stuff.
Yeah, but most of it. Not to interrupt. I was just saying.
You're
most of the
good.
stuff is
You're good. So, but since you interrupted, I'm going to let you go ahead and take over the reins for a second. Hit us off with some reviews of what you've been watching this week.
All right. So after many, many moons of Fast 9 being out, I finally saw Fast 9 over the weekend.
I'm
And
You'll fucking hate it.
how can I say this without spoiling it for the two
Trail
people
mix.
in this group that haven't seen it, which would be Dragon Chills and Aro Nemesis?
Hey.
There's a lot of family involved in this film. A lot.
To be honest, you won't be able to spoil much for me. I already pretty much know most of the movie.
I mean,
If you've
I
seen
already.
9 Fast and the Furious, you've seen 9 Fast and the Furious.
I'm just saying. I already
Yeah.
know. I already
You're
know
not
they're
wrong.
going to space.
Yeah. So
Apparently,
if we're
actually,
going by our review status, which is the popcorn status, small, medium, or large, or isn't there a tub too, right?
Yes.
Tubs in there as well. I'm gonna
Mm.
give this one a medium to large. So I'm gonna give it a medium and a half.
I'm going to give it one kernel of popcorn that's going to fit in a soda top. That's what I'm going to give it. Fuck
That's
that.
just 'cause you hate it. That's just because you hate Fast and Furious. Like, okay, wait, Trey, let me ask you this. If you turn your brain off and you just watch it for what it is and it's an action film, just an action film, purely action, what would you give it? So, and I'm just saying action-wise.
Action-wise, okay, so I'm going to spoil this little bit of it to give you an example of how I feel. Even if I was to turn my brain off, Tyrese takes out an entire platoon of mercenaries with one AK-47. Darren, how many bullets are in an AK-47?
I mean, depending on the
Roughly.
clip, you're roughly 30.
30.
Okay, it was like 40 dudes that surrounded him and they had the high ground. They fired down upon him and his vest got holes in it, but he survived.
Deadpool once said,
Movie.
as Deadpool once said, somebody's counting bullets.
Yes.
But I would say this. You also remember, I'll spoil one more thing. You remember when he goes on his rant about how they're invincible?
They are. What are you talking about?
I have to say though, that was pretty friggin' hilarious when they bait him into that. Just let him keep
But
going.
it's not cute when you call out what you're doing in the movie. Like, we know you're all main characters.
That's
Nobody's
Deadpool.
really gonna die.
Yeah.
Deadpool, but he has a caveat. It's because comics. He's a comic book character. These are not superheroes.
Apparently they are. They are now superheroes.
There's one part in the movie. Where freaking Dom, Superman, Captain fucking America, because he has a super soldier serum. I'm totally convinced by it at this point. He is fighting off 30 more guys. and he manages to yank down an entire damn structure and survives it. Everybody else dies, but he survives it. He literally hulks up, "Rah, family, crash," and that's what he does. Fuck that movie. Fuck it sideways with the rusty chainsaw. No lube. Fuck that movie.
You know why? You know why he was able to do that? So he went to a maximum
Family.
security. He went to a maximum security prison, and he traded the guy some cigarettes for a shine job.
Dear God.
You know why?
And also,
Because of family.
yeah, that's right. And also,
Also because he is
I
Groot.
also saw G.I. Joe Snake Eyes this week.
Okay.
Yeah. I regret to inform you, that's like an extra small popcorn, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I fell asleep 5 times during that movie, and that's
Alright.
a fucking action movie, bro.
Well, let's just be real,
5
though.
times.
Let's just
No,
be real.
and I saw it at noon. In the middle of the freaking afternoon, I saw it at noon. There is no reason that I should be asleep.
Let me
during
finish
that
my
movie.
thought. And let me finish my
Oh.
thought.
Uh-huh.
Go
In
ahead.
fairness, the movie creators have decided that X-Men Origins Wolverine was a good idea. Are you really that shocked that Snake Eyes was a bad movie?
Now wait. Now hold on, because I'm gonna leave this spoiler free. I understand now what Trey was talking about because I went back because when you were talking about his origin, like why he wore the mask, I went back and looked at his origin, and I go, oh, now I get why Trey would be pissed off if his origin isn't the way his origin should be, and
It's not. It's not that way at all.
oh,
I
it's
know.
not.
No, I'm aware. I'm gonna watch it. I watch stuff like this because I enjoy hate watching things. I really do.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is they felt the need. Now, how do I put this? How do I put this without being racially insensitive?
They made him a pretty individual through the entire movie.
No. Because if you go back to G.I. Joe the cartoon, Snake Eyes is not Asian. He is a white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes who just is a master of karate and martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
He was
That's
adopted.
Snake Eyes. Yeah, that's Snake Eyes. And then they turn it into what they turned it into. And you're just like, okay.
They reversed the whitewashing.
Yeah, pretty much.
On a side note,
and
speaking of pretty
it's
boys,
it's not like it's not a bad thing that they made him Asian. I don't care. It's whatever. I mean, but my thing is Snake Eyes could have been so much better than it was if they would have just done the story properly.
Wink, wink.
Like, no, I'm being completely honest. Like, had they actually, because if you look at Hollywood now, Hollywood now just doesn't take the time, unless it's Marvel and they go through with an MCU and that's like 15 years in the making.
Mhm.
But like most movies nowadays aren't worth the time anymore. Like the last good movie I saw this year was Cruella. That is hands down the best film that I've seen this year. I'm not even lying, bro. Like the way they wrote that story. No, I'm serious. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
It
gonna
was
be
a good
honest with
story.
you. Watch that movie. That is hands down the best live action film that Disney has put out to date. Hands down. Best live action.
How dare
film.
you, sir? How dare
No,
you?
I'm
You do know
I'm
what's
talking about in the retrospect of their animated turned live action.
Okay.
okay. All right, I'll let you live because he's about to get.
I was gonna say if you're talking
What are you
about
gonna say is
Disney,
the best live
period.
action?
But yeah,
The best live.
also,
What is
Trey.
a property? Yo,
I have
Marvel.
super.
I'm not talking about Marvel property. I'm talking about Disney property. Marvel is Marvel. Disney is Disney. I know
Have Marvel
Disney owns
news.
Marvel.
I have Marvel news.
We all have Marvel news. We know
No.
what Marvel news you're gonna say.
What is that then, Gadoni?
Okay, enlighten us with your Marvel news.
What is it, Gadoni? What am I gonna say? Please tell me.
can we not?
Say they're bringing back Luke Cage to the MCU. You're gonna say that they're gonna
Mommy,
put
Daddy, please
Iron
stop fighting.
Fist in Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. You're gonna say they're gonna bring back Joe Bernthal for Punisher. You're gonna say they're gonna bring back Charlie Cox as Daredevil, and he's probably gonna be in Spider-Man: No Way Home. Same thing with Vincent D'Onofrio, who's probably gonna be Kingpin in No Way Home.
D'Onofrio. But go ahead.
Oh, D'Onofrio, whatever. Oh, and also he's gonna be Mayor Fisk, not Kingpin Fisk.
Hey, guess
Just
what?
saying.
You batted a 0% average there.
Wow. All right. Because he listed everything that I knew about. But go ahead.
Zac Efron is playing Adam Warlock in Guardians.
Get the fuck out of here. Get
No.
the fuck out of here. Get
Let me.
I actually
say
think-
this.
y'all.
I actually
But let me
think he'll
just
be
say
a good.
this.
I think he'll do good with Warlock.
Let me just say this. Poor casting on Disney Plus. I'm sorry.
No. So okay, I will catch flack for this. I think Zac Efron is a great actor. I think he is. I think he got typecast a lot of the time. But
Yes.
when he is
You have the box
actually
going down the wrong spot. That's just Roe talking crazy. Jesus Christ.
go watch Mike and
You
Dave
can
Need
tell
Wedding
me
Dates.
Zac Efron in Baywatch was amazing? Really?
No,
Really?
but go watch him and Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. It's fucking hilarious.
It is.
That's not the same thing. That's comedy acting. Who cares?
So
Yeah.
so he played Ted Bundy, correct?
Yes,
So
he did.
canonically, Adam Warlock is a more deadpan character. He doesn't show much emotion. He doesn't show emotion. So did anybody see that with Zac Efron in it?
With the Ted Bundy one?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Okay, because I haven't seen it myself personally, but I would base his
I haven't either.
possible performance as Adam
Oh
Warlock.
no,
on that.
he's. That's why I say go back and watch some of his newer stuff, not Baywatch, not the Disney shit. Go watch his Zack and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Go watch his fucking Dahmer one there or Ted Bundy one.
The High School Musical.
Oh,
No, I'm saying go watch his stuff as an adult.
What's
Kidding, bro.
what's
Calm
wrong,
down.
Mr. Proper?
It's been confirmed. I'm just looking. I was doing my research and it's been confirmed. So now I'm like,
Cheesy
and
confirmed
now I'm
it as
looking
well.
at. She did.
Okay,
Okay.
wait here. Let me say this. Let me say this. And I will be quick to say this. I remember when on Dark Knight they announced Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker, and I remember I was one of the people that was like, there's no way. There's no way he can do it. And then I watched it and I went, son of a bitch, this man can do it, did do it, and probably did it better than most could ever have done it. Although you can't really compare it to the 1989 version with Jack Nicholson because it's not the same character.
It's not. You got.
You can literally throw out Jared Leto because he should have never been the fucking Joker to begin with.
Don't
right.
even
I'm
mention
just
the next
saying.
thing you're about to say. Don't even fucking mention it. Don't even. You get what you deserve.
Actually, you know who I still want to see come to the live action screen as the Joker is the guy who plays him in
Dafoe.
Gotham. The guy who plays him in Gotham there.
From Shameless.
I have
Yeah.
been saying that. I have been saying that.
I think
an
he's a
amazing Joker.
fantastic.
Yes.
I think he's-
yes.
You don't think Willem Dafoe could play the Joker?
I
Willem
don't
Dafoe's
want-
great, but I think he's too old for the part.
I still think they're crazy for thinking Johnny Depp on that. I just don't think Johnny Depp could. I mean, I know Johnny Depp has the range, but I don't know if I'd want to see him. I still think if Mark Hamill was young enough, I still think Mark Hamill could have done a great job as like you ever watch him do the voice and the facial expressions at the same time?
Hurts my soul.
Yes.
This hurts.
I've
my
seen it.
soul.
But he does not have the classical build of the Joker, in my opinion. He's too stout. He's too stout. He's too short.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Hamill's great for voices.
Yes.
On screen, he's a terrible actor.
Okay, now wait. Can I
And this-
ask you?
I know that was painful. I know that was
I
painful.
love Hamill as Joker. I love his voice of Joker. I enjoy Hamill as Luke Skywalker. However, I am not going to deem him worthy of a great actor.
Can I ask you this though? Did everyone in here besides me and Trey watch the full Masters of the Universe Part 1?
I was going to get to that. Before we move on to that, I have a rebuttal for you as far as Johnny Depp. Do you really want a fucking You want a Joker who's drunk? Is that what you want? Because people say that Johnny Depp has range.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack, because every role that he's played, with the exception of no, that wasn't him in Fantastic Beasts. So take that back. No, even in Willy Wonka, it was like shades of Jack Sparrow. So everything that he's done has been, Mr. Batman, you think that I'm going to fall for you? We don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to see that
Edward
shit.
Scissorhands, Secret Window.
The Tourist.
He does have a range.
He has range.
Yeah, when he's muted.
Wait. Lately, he doesn't have range.
That's what I'm saying.
Before Pirates of the Caribbean, he had range. He had a lot of freaking range. But anyways, we're digressing. But anybody here besides me and Trey watch Masters of the Universe Part 1?
No, I was too busy catching up on Seven Deadly Sins and working.
I'm just gonna tell you now. Go watch it. Probably the best iteration of He-Man to date.
Fantastic, good to know.
It's worth the watch. They subvert a lot of the expectations that I had for what they were going to do. I was praying that they were going to do a She-Ra crossover, but when I saw the animation style, I knew that wasn't going to happen. It's action oriented. It's very story driven. It's worth the watch. It is. So I know that some people out there may take offense to me saying this, but it is very woman empowerment oriented. So if you're into that type of thing,
you already knew that was coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be there. So, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But give it a shot. It's worth it, and it's gonna surprise you. And Mark Hamill is his own Skeletor. So I do agree with Ro with that. He's an amazing voice actor. Amazing. So it's not just the Joker with the Skeletor's face. But give it a shot.
Okay.
There's a little bit of Joker in there. A little bit.
That's because we grew up with that. When I read comics today, I still read it in Mark Hamill's voice.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Hey, for what it's worth, I know it's not a new movie, but we are the Snack and Flick, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to see for the first time ever, going to go see the first Jurassic Park at the drive-in on Thursday.
Okay.
You've never seen Jurassic Park in theater?
He's going to a drive.
I have not missed a Jurassic Park on opening day ever since I was a kid.
He's
going to. I've never seen it. I've never seen the first one at a drive-in.
Okay. That should be fun. But you have seen it.
Yes. He just hasn't seen it on a drive-in. Okay. That's all. It's the experience of going to a drive-in.
Making sure.
Jurassic Park's one of those movies that I watch once a month to once every 2 weeks. The entire series. Even the shitty third one. It is my favorite movie series of all time. So yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I was gonna have to pull a card like we pull on Darren occasionally. I was gonna have to get on you, but okay, fair enough. All right, gentlemen.
Sorry, I was gonna say that should be everything, right? So we should be moving to Robin Williams now.
Yes, Drew. Yeah. Yes, we're moving to Robin Williams now. Literally, as Mr. Proper was saying it, you wouldn't interrupt.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
It's cool. We are a little out of practice. That's totally fine. We'll get back into the groove of things. Mm-hmm. But yes, we are moving on to Robin Williams. So usually we do our most loved and our most hated and some throwbacks. But technically at this point, because he is postmortem, they're all throwbacks. And I doubt I'd be hard pressed to find somebody who consider one of his movies a hated movie. So we're just going to talk about the good shit. Where should we start? I think personally we should talk about his comedic career before he actually got into movies. I was actually introduced. That's a good idea because I'm doing this all by the fly. We ain't got no script. Fuck it.
Right.
I was introduced to Robin Williams because my granddad, rest his soul, he had me watching crazy shit when I was younger. So eventually, it always came to Nick at Night. So I actually got introduced to Robin Williams when one of his first acting gigs was Nick and Morty. Mork and Mindy. Sorry. Yeah. So Nanu, all that. That's what I got introduced with. But I wasn't sold until I saw him in like Mrs. Doubtfire and Hook and everything else. But gentlemen, let's go around the panel in order and tell us how you were introduced to the great, incomparable Robin Williams.
As a child, as you said, Hook and Flubber and Mrs. Doubtfire, all that. That's how I was introduced.
All at the same time? Which one introduced you? Which one was the first thing that you saw him in?
I don't know if which one was first. I think it was Hook was first before Mrs. Doubtfire.
I could check for you right now. If you
I do believe Hook came out before Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. I think Mrs. Doubtfire was 1992, if I'm not mistaken.
Then maybe not, because Hook was 91. Hook was 91, and then
Miss Doubtfire was 93.
All right, so yes,
Oh,
definitely
93.
it was Hook first.
Okay.
It was.
So were you convinced of his greatness at that moment? Were you like,
I-
man, this guy can really go? Or
I am a child at that age. I
mean,
enjoyed the movie.
it's good.
I'm just saying I enjoyed the movie. It was great. It was believable, and from there, whenever he had a movie, I made sure to give it a chance to watch it. So
okay, so you were then in that case you were hooked.
yeah,
All right.
so
I see what you did there, Trey.
Yeah,
I see what you
I'm
did there.
trying. Okay, I'm trying, damn it.
so I'm gonna interject next because to go along with the whole kid thing. When I was a wee lad, and I mean we like very young,
Mhm.
there was one movie. There was three movies that's played out my VCR: Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King. However, none more bold than Aladdin. And as much as I want to say, as an adult, I appreciated so much more of Robin Williams. The one thing, and I didn't even know it was Robin Williams at the time, was Genie. Genie has always had my heart. He will always have my heart as one of my favorite Disney characters. And even as a kid, he was the reason I watched Aladdin over and over again.
Yeah.
So to me, I just have to give it up to Aladdin as what got me into Robin Williams, even though I didn't know it was Robin Williams.
Question for you: did
Yeah.
you watch the animated series? Were you disappointed when he wasn't the voice of Genie?
Extremely.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I watched this.
I
I
think
the thing is on Disney Plus. I need to start watching that again.
everyone was disappointed by that.
They were. You also have to remember, if I'm not mistaken, for the first Aladdin, Robin Williams, I think, only took $50,000 for that. So
It
And
was
speak of that,
75.
I have a fact for that.
75.
Yes.
Okay.
So
it was close. I was close.
yes, I have it up
Yeah,
on the
he took
screen now.
$75K. That way he could do it. But then Disney and him had a falling out for the sequel. So that's when Dan Castellanello, the guy who does the voice of Homer, voiced the Genie, which he was similar but nowhere near Robin Williams' charisma. And then in the third movie, King of Thieves, Robin Williams came back to play the Genie again.
Wow, I did not know that he. I thought that was him. Okay, he did Aladdin
Definitely
on
not.
Ice.
I say, when did that fallout happen? Because Flubber was also a Disney movie, so he had to have been
Oh,
on good
no.
terms.
Because Flubber happened in
97.
97. It was between, because I can't remember when the sequel came out, but they were
Well-
both a direct video.
He did. No, that wasn't Disney. He did Aladdin '92. He did Jumanji in
96.
'95.
King of Thieves was 96. Oh, I forgot. Oh, how did we forget about? How
Didn't
did I
forget-
forget to talk about
Did
Jumanji?
not forget about
You
Jumanji.
didn't forget-
We're talking about how you got
forgot
introduced.
about Jumanji.
We forgot how you got introduced. That's what we're
that
talking
was another
about.
one. That was another one. And to be honest, so I have this Blockbuster game, and it's like you have to guess by a quote. Like you have a quote, one word, and you have to act the scene. And I got Jumanji as one of the things. Cool. In the jungle, you shall wait till the dice reach 5 or 8. Amazing. I love
It's a
Jumanji.
great fucking thing.
But so I'm a little bit different. Yes, Aladdin is near and dear to my heart, but growing up as a kid, my parents, we watched a lot of movies, and I grew up watching movies like Cadillac Man, Awakening, movies that I shouldn't have been watching at my age, which was like Shakes the Clown, The Fisher King. I watched a lot of movies I should watch, a lot of movies I shouldn't watch. Like I think even as a kid in '89, I think I watched Dead Poet Society at home on a VCR at one point in time, and I was only 6. But to be honest, like I mean, just the emotional and just acting chops that this guy had, his range was just so insane. But yeah, I think forever in my heart, probably Aladdin or Hook will probably
So
be.
what was your first introduction? What was your official first introduction to him?
Knowing him, like knowing it was him, it was probably Hook.
Okay.
Hook was probably the mainstay because, like, I remember going and seeing that. We actually got tickets to a premiere that was here in town at one of the theaters that's not even here anymore, and we went and saw that in theaters. Saw Hook. And I just remember walking out going, "Oh, that's a really good, rendition of Peter Pan," and it was good, and he did a great job as Peter Panning or Banning, excuse me. Yeah,
Was it Banning or Banning? Was it Banning?
Bangarang!
Peter
Oh
Banning.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Ironically
I
enough,
thought
as
it
an
was
adult,
Peter Panning, but it's Banning.
Go ahead, bro.
as an adult, I have actually rocked Rufio's hairstyle.
I could never pull it off.
I couldn't help. I always wanted to. I always wanted to growing up, and I never did it until I was like 24. I was like, I'm doing this.
Okay.
He was. Oh wow, I forgot about Fern Gully. I'm sorry. I'm getting
Yes.
myself
Oh yeah, he was
distracted.
the bat in Fern Gully.
Yes.
He's done so many roles. He's done so many roles that are near and dear to our heart, like we said
Popeye.
multiple times. But yes, that's so. If we did do that, I was gonna pick Popeye. But anyway, so now that we've gone over where we first introduced him, now we're gonna take a little bit of my old syllabus and throw it in here. What are you guys' favorites to see him in? I think you guys all listed them pretty much. Aladdin, Hook, whatever have you. My favorite. Yeah, go ahead and steal it. Sure, go ahead. Now,
No, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, it's fine. You want it, take it.
No, moderator,
Just go.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire. He just a phenomenal movie. Such like crazy range to go from like the crazy whacked out father, just want to have fun to like a guy in drag trying to just spend time with his kids. And I mean, it's not. I mean, I get it. It is and it isn't. But like, not only was the acting great in that film, but also the makeup. I believe won V. Neal an Academy Award for that. The lady who did the makeup for that, and they did great makeup, great story, great everything. Shit, it even had a James Bond in it, Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
With a drive-by fruiting.
I never understood. Like, it wasn't. I was a child at the time. I didn't understand why he was choking. I thought it was because of the spice, but I didn't know if it was. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was or anything like that. I was like, he's eating a shrimp. What is he, a bitch? The fuck James Bond. Eat the damn shrimp. Stop choking. Like as a kid, I was like, yeah, he's weak. He choked on a shrimp. Get the fuck out of here. Now that I'm older and I know better.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I just had to throw the hand.
No, I interrupted you, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean
It's
to.
cool. It's cool. No. That wasn't my favorite. I was leading into my favorite, but you spoke up, so I was going to let you go first.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going last now, but I'm picking at random. Ro, what's your favorite?
I've thought about
You
this.
gotta
long and
pick
hard.
one. You gotta pick one.
I have one.
Okay.
I have one, and like I said, I thought about this long and hard because there's so many great ones.
All right.
But this is one of the first movies to ever make me cry, and I have to give it to Jack. It's one of those movies. No matter how depressed I am, no matter how happy I am, that movie never fails to break me. I could watch it 1,000 times in a day, in a week, and still cry every time. But it was such an amazing movie. All right, so for those of the audience that don't know, Jack is a kid that grows at an exponential rate. So when he's 11, he's essentially a 30 or 40-year-old man with the mentality of an 11-year-old. And he wants to go to school. He wants to have friends. He wants to play outside. And it's his coming of being this kid trapped in a grown man's body and all the weird stuff he'd have to go through being in grade school, having friends, and not understanding as an adult and not understanding why he's so different. And then in the end monologue that he does, that end address, that graduation speech.
Oh man. Okay, I might cry. God damn it.
You're just like, wow. And like the very opening line to it is, I don't have much time these days, so I'll make it quick. And you're just like, I can't help it. But I'll never forget. I laughed so hard in that movie. I cried my eyes out at that movie. The part where they're lighting farts in the can.
Okay, somebody else go. Somebody else go. God damn it.
All right.
It was good.
So I'm not gonna do you much better because mine was another one of those movies that it gets to you. And I hate to say it, but Bicentennial Man, I really enjoyed that movie. And I'm sorry, Trey. So I gotta say, Bicentennial Man. If you don't know, Robin Williams plays a android, well, robot turned who's been serving his master, his family for many of years, and eventually he's a a unique robot because he essentially creates his own identity, and eventually from his adventures he goes on to a journey to find more of him, see if there's anyone else that's like him, and from his adventure he then creates you know it, um, he studies the human body and creates a way to make himself no longer a robot, but trying to turn himself as mostly as he can as into a man. So his journey, his range from being a robot to finally being a human and learning human features, emotions, and actions. It was a great range. Love, especially his interactions with the children of the family, especially when they're on joke time. Oh man, it was so much. It was so touching. It was so much love. Yeah, it's just it's
I
great
don't like
movie.
any of you guys right now. I don't like any of you. I don't like any of you.
I said Mrs. Doubtfire.
I know.
I didn't
I
bring the
know.
emotion.
Okay, I don't like those two fuckers. That's what
Hey,
I don't
but
like right now.
I'm sorry. I can't let it go. It was a great movie.
Indeed, it was.
Jesus.
What
Okay.
about you, Trey?
And this is why I'm trying to get my life together. I'm literally trying to get my life together because my favorite Robin Williams movie of all time is one that I boo-hoo, I straight up ugly cry at, and it's none other than What Dreams May Come. A lot of people didn't like that movie. I am a hopeless romantic. I am a hopeless romantic, and the thought of having soulmates and being so in love with somebody, so engrossed with that person that you were willing to follow them through the depths of hell and risk losing your. God damn it, you're not gonna cry. You're not gonna fucking cry. We're gonna do this show. Going to the depths of hell and finding your better half and willing to lose yourself in the process. So basically, and it's not. Now I'm
Bless you.
sneeze and crying shit. It's not a funny. It has its funny moments, but it's not a comedic movie. It's very deep, very very. And the imagery is beautiful. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it, but it's worth the watch. It's worth the watch, especially if you have loved ones that you're close to, people that you're in love with. Definitely give this one a shot because it's amazing.
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
it's rough.
Going to the comments.
and
Thank
wait.
you, Cheesy. Yes, we did pick some great ones. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's rough, but not in the sense that you can't watch it. Not rough like it's hard to watch. It's rough because it's just an emotional journey that you're just like, wow, that is intense.
Yeah. I don't understand how people cannot like it, but go ahead.
I was gonna say, so here's the thing that I'm gonna propose to you guys, and I want thoughts on it. Is it just me, or does it seem like most of Robin Williams' parts, whether they be for adults or kids, have far more depth to them than what's on the surface?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
that's one of those things that makes great actors great. Is what depths, because you go back, you rewatch it, you catch stuff you missed before. Or if you're watching a kids movie as a kid, you go back and watch it as an adult and realize as an adult what this person has to do. Case in point in Jumanji, where he is stuck as well. How old was he when he went in the game? Somebody help me.
10?
Real quick.
Like
10,
10,
11?
12.
11.
10 or
Yeah.
11.
The preteen.
Because he was 30 years later when he got out, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he went in
I
with the
think-
mentality of an 11-year-old boy, came out of the game 30 years later with a complete shell shock. His parents are dead. Sorry for spoiler alerts. If you haven't seen Jumanji at this point in time, I'm sorry. Go watch it. You'll do yourself a favor. But like all of his roles, Good Morning Vietnam, Patch Adams, all of them, so much depth to this. And I think that's, to me, what makes him one of my all-time favorite actors.
Absolutely.
when it comes to on-screen stuff. So I mean, just thoughts on that for you guys too.
Yeah.
Other roles maybe that where he went above and beyond with the depth.
Birdcage.
Yep, Birdcage most definitely. Believe it or not, this is an obscure one of his, but 1 Hour Photo, he definitely went above and beyond on that one. That one was, if you have not
Yes.
seen that,
Robert
you
Williams
should definitely watch that.
as the
Robert
villain.
Williams as a creepy semi-serial killer, yes, definitely a well worth watch. Death to Smoochie, he did the same thing with the character arc on that. Like, you just so many movies that this guy has been in that have just been over the top or obscure, and like it's hard. Like I said, it's hard.
Mhm.
Like, again, I like in '97, I grew up watching Flubber with him,
Mhm.
and that was actually filmed. Like, some of the scenes were actually filmed literally 10 minutes up the road from me at the University of Pacific, where they filmed some of the scenes. Believe it or not.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy the range that this guy had. Like,
Yes.
it's insane.
And even when he's not a main character, the other thing about it is even as a supporting character, he takes and elevates these movies he's in.
He steals the fucking show.
When he's
He's
Teddy
always-
Roosevelt in
Yeah.
Night at the Museum.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot all that.
Yep.
Night of the Museum 1, 2, and 3. Yep,
Yep.
you're right.
He was Ramon
But,
in
no.
Happy Feet.
Yeah. Well,
Robin
and
Williams is a
realize-
pirate?
Don't forget about
Yes.
Toy.
Oh
Yep.
God, that was a great one too.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? Oh, and you guys realize the reason his name doesn't appear on Aladdin's poster is because he chose to keep his name off of it because he wanted to make sure that the movie was going to make it on its merit, not on him.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was an amazing guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for as crazy talent as he was super fucking humble too. Like, he was really humble.
So-
It's just a shame that he.
Yes, yes. So
So back
Go
in the
ahead, man.
comments, Cheesy said, "Did y'all know that he had a small part in To Wong Fu with Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and
Yes.
John Leguizamo?"
Yeah, he played John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
He was also in an
Thank you.
episode of SpongeBob.
really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. He showed up on Happy Days as Mork.
Yep.
He's done,
he
like
did,
he's
and he
literally
do
been all
that.
over the place. So with all these most notable moments and everything that movies that we've mentioned, what I originally wanted to talk about was his comedy. That was what I was going to start with, but we didn't go that way. Anyway, so do you guys have any favorite comedy moments from his stand-up? Because some people may not be aware that he was an accomplished stand-up comedian before
Yes.
a lot of the major fame. So me personally, I'll go first. My favorite skit, I was listening to it before we started the show. My favorite skit of his was on the Weapons of Mass Destruction tour that he did in 2002, I believe. Is that what you said? Yeah, in 2002. And he's basically, he's an older man at that time. He's probably in his late 40s, early 50s at that time. He's talking about Viagra and how its effects affect you, and him just going his mannerisms, his acting out and everything. I can't quote him because I'm not even going to try because I can't hold a candle to the man. But go back, watch that stand up. But guys, was there any stand up moments that you guys remember and that you could mention?
Broadway, the recording at Broadway. Yes, that was
Okay.
one of the great ones for me.
Which one particular skit or
I can't tell
comedy
you one
act
skit because
on
I just laugh at the whole damn thing. It's he was not one of those comedians. He wasn't like I hate to say it like this, like Bill Cosby. You know how Bill Cosby had his gimmick of he's not going to cuss, but he's going to give you a story. Robin Williams gave it to you raw, like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
So it's just entertaining. It's the rawness of it that you get to hear exactly how he feels about it that I enjoy
Mhm.
about it. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good.
You can go
go ahead,
first
bro.
on this one. No, you can go first on this one, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna have to probably say the Broadway one as well. But I mean, one of my favorite. There's a couple of them, but one of my favorite ones is when he's talking about golf and like how they thought up of the game golf. And that was amazing. And then the other one that I liked is when he's sitting there talking about how, you know, how hard it is for a guy to have to put on a condom. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, here we are sitting there like a fucking, like a sailor in a wetsuit trying to." Trey knows exactly what I'm talking about. He's already laughing.
Okay, keep going. Go ahead. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I mean, just his like the way he did his stand up, the comedic timing that he had, and his mannerisms, and then how he used to talk about how he was basically a fucking werewolf because he.
He was a hairy fucker.
Yes.
He was hairy as fuck.
Dude, did you
That was-
see, if you go and watch his comedy, go watch it, it's a 1 hour comedy show. Watch him from the beginning and look how he looks at the end of that show. He is drenched in sweat. Like that
Oh, yeah.
man.
Because he's
Oh my
under a
God.
bunch of lights with nothing but hair all over him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a
no
Hawaiian
shit.
shirt.
So
All right, bro.
Cheesy Fry said, well, one of the, because there was Joni Loves Chachi as well on YouTube. Go ahead, bro.
So my actually favorite comedy bit of his is actually not a stand-up, but it's honestly one of my favorite stories of him. So Robin Williams, being the comedic genius he is, and as funny as he was, decides that he's going to do the impossible. He's going to make one of the guards at Buckingham Palace laugh. So before he did this, he went to the Queen and he cleared it. Because it's like a big no-no if they laugh. They get like stripped of everything.
Yes, they lose
He
everything.
goes, I want to do this. I want nothing to happen to him, but I just want to say that I can do this. It took him a minute and a half. Robin Williams walks up to the guy and just goes, man, the entire time for a minute and a half. And the guy just busts out laughing.
Because he knows I can't punch you in the face with fucking Robin Williams. Oh, man.
To me, that's just one of the most happiest things. Like, you ever want to understand his comedy? He made the guards at Buckingham Palace laugh with
Exactly.
facial expressions. He didn't say anything. And he would get that far from his face. He would get like right up in it. And if you have Robin Williams in your face doing that, I
Yeah.
would love to see anyone keep a straight face.
If I saw him walking down the street, I'm not going to keep a straight face. Well, of course now, but I mean, if he was alive. Sorry, that was
You
embarrassing.
guys,
Hey,
you guys know
actually,
that Robin Williams had a house that was literally like an hour and a half away from my house. He lived in the Bay Area at one time, and he had parts of the sets of Jumanji on his front yard, I guess, behind
Oh,
his
that's awesome.
gate. Like, no joke. Oh, hey, can we also talk about one more thing? Not to interrupt you, Darren.
okay.
He was also a avid gamer as well, because he loved The Legend of Zelda so much that he named his daughter Zelda,
Yeah,
and they did a commercial
she's
as
beautiful.
well.
She's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually
Go ahead,
he's
Aaron.
immortalized in sorry, being distracted, my bad. He's immortalized in the Breath of the Wild. Like they have a character in the game called R. Williams. And yeah, just my little tidbit of trivia.
So
uh
I had, and if you notice in my pictures, I had some things that happened for Rob Williams. So one of the pictures was when Christopher Reeves was in the hospital after the riding accident that paralyzed him. Robert Williams busts through the door wearing scrubs and announced in a Russian accent that he was the protagonist and he needed to examine him immediately. He laughed, even though he was in his accent, he laughed and he knew at that moment that it was going to be all right. So he definitely helped Christopher Reeves out after being
Wasn't it-
paralyzed.
Didn't he say he was the proctologist?
I'm sorry, proctologist.
He's just
My
such a-
favorite exorcism.
Yes.
oh my god.
Or another one of the pictures I had. Let me go back and read it right quick. He was on stage with Jack Nicholson. And what did it say? It said Jack Nicholson once was with me at a benefit and leaned over and said, even oysters have enemies, in a very intense voice. And I responded him with, increase your dosage.
So you got any more?
The rest of them are just quotes that he said. One of, he did battle, mental illness. So he said, I used to think the worst thing in life was to end up all alone, and it's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people that make you feel all alone.
Facts.
So that's something else I was going to talk on with Robin Williams was his battles with mental illness and addictions.
And
Not to throw shade on it, but if that's one thing that I think that a lot of modern day comedians don't have, that some of the older school guys did, was they all battled some serious demons.
yes,
And that's what, and a lot of the times for people who know me, watch the show, I try to make people laugh because a person like Robin Williams and Jim Carrey, they're idols to me. They're
Mhm.
guys that I can be the most, I mean, for those of you that don't know, a while back recently, I had two grandparents die within 2 weeks of each other. I was complete and utterly destroyed inside my head. My way through it is to make everyone else laugh. My memes, my jokes. And honestly, that's the one thing I take from guys like this. And I think, on a serious note, if you guys have that friend that's always going out of their way to make people laugh, check in on them and make sure they're doing okay. Because sometimes that's not the case. And I think that Robin Williams is one of those guys that will forever immortalize what depression can actually do for others around you and help you.
exactly.
Laughter is really the best medicine.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
on that note, Robin Williams to me was a guy that made everyone laugh, and unfortunately, he did it so well and made himself look so happy doing it that he was dying on the inside while doing it. And that's hard.
Mhm.
And yes, I'm okay, Ro. I make you laugh all the time, but it's all right. I'm all right.
Okay,
Um,
Muffin. I'm the one that makes you laugh all the
I
time.
think you try to make people laugh. I don't know about if you succeed too well.
Oh, we laugh.
Doesn't mean- hey,
Not laugh with
doesn't
him.
mean that people don't have mental issues. I mean, everybody has their own demons, and everybody's gone through a lot of shit in
Yeah.
life. It's just unfortunate that his demons caught up to him, and he no longer with us because
Right.
he will always be truly missed by me when you
All
go
of us.
back
By
and watch
everyone.
any of his movies. Oh, everyone in here. But my thing is the one good thing that I can say about it, even though he's gone, is he's never truly gone because you always have his bodies of work. And you can see him anytime you want to in any movie that you want to see him in. Go back, watch his movies, watch the character, the range, everything about him. And you never really lose him because you have them in the body of their work, which is good.
Look at you dropping nuggets of knowledge. That's what I'm talking about.
I have such an impromptu question off of this now because now it's sparked it. If
Sure.
you guys could bring back 3 celebrities from the grave, who would you bring?
That is a
That's
hard
rough.
question right there.
But I can honestly say Robin Williams would be one. I want to
Sweet.
say
I'll even-
Gene Wilder would be the second one. And third would probably be Walt Disney. To be honest.
Okay. No
Well,
judgment.
Again, I'm a Disney fan,
Right.
No
and I
judgment.
wish I would have been able to meet Walt Disney.
Go ahead, Dragon.
This is a really
I've got 2. I'm just waiting. I'm thinking about third.
this
one.
is a really hard one. This is a really hard choice. I'd have to say one is not going to be an actor. I'd have to say bring back Prince.
Okay.
Technically, he was an actor. He was in Purple Rain.
Yes, he
He
was
was an
in
actor.
Purple Rain, and he did do
I
movies.
didn't say he was a
I
good
mean,
actor.
he-
but
Oh my
was an
goodness.
actor.
he did do videos on that, but that's not the point. He was a great artist that I felt was gone too early. Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, that's a great
Yo,
one.
I fucking completely forgot about Bernie Mac. That
Bernie
man was a
Mac,
genius.
he had the range of comedy that can make you laugh and no matter what, and he's gonna again throw it right in your face. But he also had that range where you caught him in movies as well.
Mr. 3000. That's my favorite Bernie Mac film.
I am going to
He has one more.
Oh, you do? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'll figure another one. I'll just
Say Michael Jackson. Just say Michael Jackson.
I don't want
You
to
know you want to meet
no,
Michael again.
No, I don't want to meet Michael.
Hey, did you see Cheesy in the comments?
Cheesy
His
said
depression got a lot worse when he found
Ooh.
out he was going through early stages of dementia. And that is true.
yes.
As
Yes.
so, as somebody who's been dealing with mental illness for my entire life, dementia is one of the scariest things to me. I don't ever want to have it. Like, it scares me to this day.
Anybody ever in here see the movie Waiting?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yes.
remember
Oh,
Ryan
the
Reynolds?
waiters?
You
Oh,
remember
yeah,
Ryan
yeah,
Reynolds?
yeah.
You remember Ryan Reynolds? Oh, dementia, it's great. You get to meet new people every day.
Oh, no. No.
Hey, it's just a funny take.
You're good. You're good. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying no. This is what I do when I hear shit that's fucked up. Like, nope. It's getting out of my head. It's out of my ear. Nope.
Third one, I got it.
right.
And it's famous for me. It's famous for certain areas. It had to be my grandmother. She's a famous jazz artist, Shirley Horn. She died at a very young age. She was 63 or 64, I believe, when she passed away. But as a child, I didn't appreciate her music. I didn't appreciate going to her concerts and all that. So to have her come back to see that all over again, to really enjoy it like I enjoy it now, it'd be one of those things I would want. There
You
you
son of a bitch. Unappreciative mother. No, I'm kidding.
go. Yes. You at 10 years old go to a jazz concert and say you're going to appreciate it.
Hey,
All right.
at 10 years old, I was listening to Sinatra.
Keep in mind,
Give me a
he's 10
break.
years older than us. So,
Exactly.
Fuck
you.
took him a second.
He agreed with it too. That's the best part about it.
I know.
I'm an old soul, goddammit.
You're good.
Go ahead, Trey. What are your three?
If I had a choice, of course, first and foremost, I'm a nerd before anything else. I would bring back Michael Clark Duncan for one reason only. I love Vincent D'Onofrio, but I would have loved to see Michael Clark Duncan play in the MCU as the Kingpin, to be that huge, imposing figure beating the crap out of Tom Holland. That would have just been amazing. Secondly, again, nerd, Heath Ledger. I would bring him back because I think that if they kept if they kept things going with Heath Ledger, if they had a sequel to The Dark Knight Rises, and they kept that going and they built their DC universe off of that, they would be competing with Marvel. They might, because in all honesty, secret is kept, I'm not that big of a Marvel fan, more of a DC fan, and they have better characters. Sorry to say it, Marvel's got better stories, DC's got better characters. But anyway, and it's a matter of opinion. I'm not gonna go. I like both, but
Arguing with you. I mean, I love the Joker, the Batman, Joker, Batman. And
So are y'all
Yeah.
trying to say y'all trying to have a DC versus Marvel episode next week?
you don't want to do that
next
with
week
me.
is Star Wars.
Week
remember?
after that.
Week
I
after
mean,
that?
but
Week after.
you don't. Nobody wants to do that. You don't.
Yes,
want to do that.
yes,
You
I
don't
do.
wanna do
I
that.
do want to do that.
All right.
No, you don't.
Yes.
'Cause I'll be the first to say Marvel cinematically live action.
I was gonna
Yes.
say
DC
it's really
live
one-sided.
action. No.
Well-
DC animated. Yes.
I was gonna
Marvel
say
animated. No.
I am willing to put up the DC animated universes versus the MCU.
And this is why we can have this whole conversation in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, we can do that in 2 weeks. Write it down. All right. Third shit.
You know what I mean.
I didn't even think of the third one.
Go ahead and say Michael Jackson.
Stanley. There you go.
No. I think honestly, it would be great if he was still writing and creating. But Stan did his job while he was here. I don't think that he had anything. He probably had more to offer, yes, and don't take anything away from the man. But his imprint is left where it is. I don't freaking know. Checking the comments on YouTube. Cheesy, I'm spanning for time. She says Dorothy Dandruff, Ella Fitzgerald, and Chadwick. Damn. It was right there in my face.
And a close fourth, Patrick Swayze.
Oh, Patrick
Patrick
Swayze.
Swayze. But yeah,
Patrick Swayze.
Oh yeah, absolutely Chadwick. I wish Chadwick could keep going. I wish, but at the same time, same breath, he left an imprint. So he may have went as hard as he did in his roles because he knew he had limited time. So, but yeah, number 3 for me would be Chadwick.
There you go. Come
All
on,
right,
bro.
so
Yeah.
I spanned mine over 3 of my favorite things: movies,
Okay.
music, and food. First of all, for movies, because I don't want to repeat Robin Williams, I'm actually going to take Mitch Hedberg, famous comedian from the '90s. He is the king of one-liners. The guy was high as a kite all the time, but he was just some of his humor was so simple and it was so funny. I went to the store to buy a candle holder, but they didn't have one, so I bought a cake. It's hilarious to me. Musicians, the one I've always wanted to see, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Trey.
How did I forget Freddie?
And that's, mind you, that's a tough one because I also wanted to see Jethro Tull and Rush when they still had Neil Peart. Ooh, yeah, like that was a tough list. And then Anthony Bourdain. I feel like again, his mind worked in wonderful ways, and as most people who have wonderful minds, they also leave an impact, but they also tend to babble. And I just think the food world lost a great man there.
Absolutely.
Well, the good ones tend to go out with a bang, while as the other ones slowly fade away. And luckily for us, Robin Williams will never truly fade away. He will always be a part of the spotlight due to his bodies of work, like I said before.
Mhm.
Wait, what's that? Where's this quote from, Godoni? Godoni, where's this quote from? Either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Oh God, I know that. Jesus Christ, I know that. That's
And the head is down.
Wow.
One,
You can't remember this?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can't remember this.
7, 8.
I can't remember it.
9. He's
I
out of
can't
here.
remember.
He's out.
Wow. We literally just started talking about DC.
Yeah. That's
Harvey
not-
Dent.
Is that?
Harvey Dent. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Harvey
that's right.
Dent.
Was that The Dark Knight?
Yep.
Yeah. I
Put the vodka down.
I knew it. I just
Put
couldn't
the
remember.
vodka down.
No, it's all good.
Dick. I barely had any in this cup. Leave me
That is
alone.
one of the few times in the world that we will ever stump Godoni when it comes to
Yeah.
movies, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
I mean,
That's a first here.
be fair, I knew it. I just couldn't picture the movie. I knew what it was. You
A-
ever have like
Hold
when
on,
you-
hold on,
when you
hold
know
on,
something, but
hold
you
up,
can't
hold up.
picture-
All the time.
Did you get the answer though?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said The Dark Knight.
After we said Batman, the fact that we had to tell you, you did not know it.
No.
Let the man live.
Uh,
All right, guys. So I think we've pretty much wrapped up everything as far as Robin Williams is concerned. This is great that we were able to give him a huge shout out. And also, little known fact, what was that Monday? Was it Monday?
21st.
Not Monday. The 21st was his birthday. So happy birthday, Robin Williams.
Would have been 71.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, we just wanted to take this time to celebrate him and uplift him and show that there are still fans out here, and we're not the only ones, but there are plenty of fans out here who still love and appreciate him. Like you said, his body of work will live on forever for years to come. We're going to show our grandkids are going to show their grandkids Aladdin. You know, it's going to be he's not going anywhere from our hearts. Yeah. So changing gears as we wrap up to next week, we are talking about Star Wars. What are we talking about Star Wars? Are we talking about the whole thing? Because it's a whole lot. I mean, are we talking about the movies? Are we
I
talking
don't
about the
know.
games?
So
What do you guys want to talk about?
I would almost say we talk about
really, bro?
okay. I'm going to ignore Roe at the moment. I would say that we talk about, and I'm going to be facetious when I say this and use a movie title in it. We should talk about the good, the bad, and definitely the ugly sides of Star Wars. We should talk about what we liked about Star Wars, what we didn't like about Star Wars, what are considered our watching orders of Star Wars and how you watch the films. Because I'll give you a spoiler. I don't watch them all.
I mean, yeah, I still haven't seen
We can also talk about the Disney influence that Star Wars, the Disney Star Wars trilogy, the Disney Star Wars universe in the series for the TV series and animated films or animated series. What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just saying. Nothing's off limits for me next week. I want you to know you are stepping into the realm of me.
I'm literally saying pretty much anything and everything Star Wars.
We're going
except for the goddamn Christmas special. That is not
I'm saying you bring
not talking about that again.
you bring that up, we're kicking you out.
Oh, wait,
You're done. You know
wait, guys. Speaking Star Wars, right? Why does a Jedi always burn his pancakes? Because they never turn him to the dark side.
It's been great. Thank you for joining us.
Everybody goes out next week just on that bad joke.
So
I'm just saying. Hold on. I thought dad jokes. You had to be a dad first. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
So in fairness, where I heard that was for those of you who have Alexa, you can get the skills for it. I have Samuel L. Jackson's skill. And so when I asked Sam a question or asked him to tell me a joke, that's the one he came up with. So Samuel L. Jackson's voice told me that joke, and it stuck forever.
I need you to record that and send that to me because now I have.
Can I also say one other thing? And I'm just going to give you guys just a taste of Star Wars knowledge. A taste. Do you know what is actually on Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber?
Motherfucker.
Do you know what?
BMF.
No. Bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
They put that on his.
They put that on his, and they let him, and they gave it to him like it's his keepsake.
It is his.
Yeah.
He's the only person who has that color and everything. It is all his. Yes.
Yep.
Tell me something I didn't know about Star Wars, Gadoni.
Ooh. Hold on. Are we going to do a trivia on this one? Roe versus Gadoni?
What do you got?
I like it.
Oh, I'm saving all my shit for next week. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah.
Don't you worry.
Oh yeah. Roe versus Gadoni trivia next week. Yes.
I'm not saying I'm a huge Star Wars nut. I mean, if anybody can see behind me, no, I'm not a huge Star Wars nut at all.
So the gauntlet has been laid. We are having a wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not digging Star Wars.
Star Wars. Let's talk Star Wars.
We are going
I've got Yoda. Okay. For those of spoiler alert for next week, favorite characters Yoda of all time. It's always going to be Yoda. Love Jim Henson's work as well. So
I did like the quote in in Fast 9 though. Trey knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about and what she said. And I was super pissed when she said it. But yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Is there a Star Wars quote in Fast 9?
Oh, there was most definitely a Star Wars reference in Fast 9.
Lay it on us, thank you,
Definitely.
Lay it on us,
Come on, what's the quote?
So at one point, one of the protagonists antagonists, not protagonist, antagonist. Is it? What's the chick that played Cypher? Is it Charlize Theron? No. What's her name? What's her name? Anybody?
Don't.
Played the bad chick.
You
Can't
already said
what her name
her
was.
character name is Cypher. Go ahead.
No, it's not Cypher. Cypher is somebody else. Cypher's
Okay.
the chick that they saved. I can't remember her damn name. Hold on.
Charlize Theron played Cypher in the Fast and the Furious.
Okay, yeah, so it is Charlize Theron.
Mhm.
At one point, one of the antagonists is literally standing in front of Cypher as she's in a jail cell, and he's going off about how he's like, Luke or Han Solo or any of these other people, and she goes, "No, you're Yoda," and he's like, "Oh, he was a wise and powerful Jedi. He's a little short dude, right?" And she's like, "No, he was a puppet with a hand up his ass."
Oh.
Oh my
That's
god. It was
Oh,
just
Trey's
funny.
face.
That's all.
Oh man, I cannot wait for next week. So fair
Neither can
warning too, I am going to have all of my things Star Wars down to my Alexa, which has or has a Yoda ears on it. I'm gonna have my
God.
oh yeah. We're stepping
L-
you're stepping into
Look,
the
look,
Thunderdome.
look what you have done.
Gentlemen,
I will say this. You can't make it out, but that guy right there, the Chewbacca,
See him.
Goofy, because he's a goofy Chewbacca. Hold on. See it? Goofy
hmm
Chewbacca.
If you're gonna, you might as well
That's
grab it.
actually
You might as
signed
well.
by Peter Mayhew. It's actually signed by Peter Mayhew, the original Chewbacca. The Darth Maul Donald is actually signed by Ray Park. Yeah, I have little bits of Star Wars in here, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Drew show off
that's-
moment
So
of the
next
night.
week, so next week, we're gonna talk about Star Wars.
That
thank
could
you
be a
guys for
long
joining us here.
episode. That could be a long episode.
It's probably going to be long, but it's probably not going to be long for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to catch up with you guys next week. Thank you for joining us here at Snag and Flick. It's your boy Trey Proper. I got somebody got to fight after the show because they kept texting me stuff. But anyway, gentlemen,
Not me.
Your boy Dragon Chills here. Catch me Dragon Chills everywhere.
Your boy Gadoni, catch me here on Snack and Flick on Mondays today, and check me out on the Daywalkers on Wednesday, and Tuesdays check me out on the Horrific Network
Hold
on
up, hold
Campfire
up,
Chronicles.
hold up. Some of my comments. Come on.
cheesy. A Yoda quote that could be used in battle as well as in the bedroom. Judge me by my size, do you?
I thought my
Look at the
favorite
last spot
Yoda
I
quote
wrote.
was "Do or do not. There is no try."
All right.
And then you
See you
can
guys
find
next
me.
week.
Well,
my
I don't
bad.
get my,
My bad.
So, RO Nemesis, you can find me on Facebook at RO Nemesis Gaming, twitch.tv, RO_Nemesis. Join us next week where you get to see my other Yoda and Baby Yoda tattoo on my calves. Which I will take a picture for. I know, I will take a picture for it. Which is also a throwback to my favorite Renaissance artist, Michelangelo.
Oh dear God!
That's all I could think was rolling straight with his legs.
Rolling the chair with his legs up, like,
my
hey,
Yoda.
look at my Yoda.
Good night, people. Good night.
Oh, all right, y'all.